me and kick my motherfucking foot. I say, damn, say excuse me. You tell me I don't gotta say shit to you. You wouldn't be worth three bananas in my village. Man, who the fuck is you talking to? What the fuck is you talking about? Don't say anything to me that I don't even know what the fuck you saying. I don't know if that shit disrespectful or not. But chill out, bro. You kick my motherfucking foot walking past. Goof ass on, man. Motherfucker be tweaking, bro, for real.
Now, on this video, family, we're just going to be exploring. We're going to be exploring a gang of different situations. We're going to be exploring just everything. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put it all up in this video right here. I'm going to shoot this video at my leisure, but this is dangerous. I'll give you my self-examined experience. I'll use this example. Now, I was at one of my spots. It's my favorite Mexican spot. One of my favorite Mexican restaurants in Chicago to get some food. Now, I've been going there for years. The people know me. I know the people. Now, a foreign black person came in. I could have had pictured they could be African. They didn't look Jamaican because, you know, Jamaican and people from Hades and the Cuba, places like the Dominican, they look like we do. You know what I'm saying? They look kind of like we do. So this is why I say they wasn't Haitian, they wasn't Jamaican, they was African. And I seen that African young man came up in that store and treat the Mexicans so damn bad, but he was dressed like us. And then I had to tell them, you know what I'm saying? I had to tell them, hey, I'm what you would call an African American. I'm not African like he is. You know what I'm saying? He got mad about it, you know what I'm saying? But he was in that store being disrespectful to those people. So I'm just telling them there's a difference in black people. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference in black people. You can't put that on us and say, oh, that's how we act. That's how all black people act. You can't say that when we're not all the same. We are different. Just like the Asian people are different from the Japanese. Just like the Asian people who live in Madagascar on the coast of Africa. They're not Asian like Asian people are. So we're different. You know what I'm saying? But when you can come to a country, you can dress like we dress. You can sound like a partially of what we sound like, and then we get a mistaken identity to where all the black things that happen, they automatically say, oh, that's African American. Oh, that's black people. Oh, black people act like that. No. You got to put us in our own category. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you seen an African American acting like that, you would still know that we all don't act like that.
Dirty, goofy ass. Fuck you talking about, boy? You know what I mean? Get the fuck on, man. I don't know if I should take disrespect to that shit you said to me before all that or what. Hey, I don't know what the fuck be wrong with people, bro. He just walked past me and kicked my motherfucking foot. I say, damn, say excuse me. You tell me I don't gotta say shit to you. You wouldn't be worth three bananas in my village. Man, who the fuck is you talking to? What the fuck is you talking about?
We'll go to their village and we'll fix their whole village. We'll bring them fresh, clean, running water. We'll bring them energy and electricity. We have technology. You know what I'm saying? We as black people, we are an industrious people. We'll give them homes in their hut. Not all Africa look like that. But why come to America with a disdain for the black people that's already here? When we go to Africa, we don't disrespect anybody and we don't look down at them people. Why the hell do they look down at us? Why do they think that they better than us? When we sit in a seat of no judgment against anybody. What them colonizer European people did to them people, we had nothing. What the British did to them, we had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? We did not run them in their country. We got taken off our homeland. And this is how we looked at over the stereotypes that our country promotes throughout the world to other black people. So they already have a mindset. When they come over here, oh, you dirty, oh, you black, you lazy, you this. I ain't never been none of those things, not one day of my life. Neither have any of my brothers and sisters. Now, I hate to say it for the people so they can understand. When y'all come up over here, y'all get government aid and government assistance. Y'all sit back, y'all cling all together, and y'all work together as one. Don't think me and my people not doing the same thing just because we got a small portion of our people that want to run amok. just like in your countries. If they had some real connection with their people and they all got along, they would have had control over their whole country a long time ago. They would have no need to come to America. They can build their country up. If we went to Africa, we would build Africa up and make it even more better than what it is. Never forget that.
Really? So you don't know the law? Google that bitch. And I bless you. I bless you, child. But Google that, because I can really call the police on you, love.
No, the only where the homosexual male was wrong was when he called her out her name. That's where he wrong at. You know what I'm saying? That's where he wrong. But a lot of black women have accepted gay black men to say things like that. Okay, now they sit there. I'm not saying all of our sisters call themselves out of their names, but far as in the culture, I don't know who or what made this popular amongst our sisters that call themselves out of their names. But black women in general, our sisters, they sit up here and they accepted that behavior from other black gay males. So I'm saying he wrong for calling her out her name because she's not that. That's the part where he was wrong. Now, what I do know about the law is in certain states, like in California, it's really illegal to ride your bike in the street like that. You know what I'm saying? Out here in Chicago, they make bike lanes. I'm not saying that they don't have bike lanes in other cities and other states, but don't nobody use them like that. Why they don't use them? Because they're not dumb enough to get their ass out in the street and ride a bike. People are crazy. People are erratic. People do not drive right. I don't care what state you go to. I don't care what city you go to. I don't care if it's a major city or a small metropolis. It doesn't matter what American people. We don't drive right. You know what I'm saying? We don't drive right like that. So in this state, you have to drive on the street. Other states, not so much. You know what I'm saying? It'll be against the law for you to take your bike and put it on the street and try to ride down the street like that. That's illegal. But in some states like Chicago, it's legal, but depending on where you at. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you at. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you take yourself and you drive on the sidewalk and the police see you, they're going to give you a fat ass ticket and they're going to give you a fat ass fine for that. Then they're going to tell you to take your bike and put it on the street. But people don't drive right, so I don't think that's safe. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a bike, even if you had a bike and it had a motor on it and it wasn't big, it's even dangerous for motorcycle drivers. Let's put it like that. I drive bikes. You know what I'm saying? It's even dangerous how y'all drive. You know what I'm saying? How people drive, it's a danger on how y'all drive. Y'all do not drive right. I'm not saying all, but it's a lot of people out there that do not pay attention to what the hell they're doing when they're driving their car. And they hit people all the time because they're not paying attention. They hit other cars all the time because they're not paying attention. But the only reason why the brother was wrong is because he called her out of her name. Now, this is accepted between women. A man should not have the right to call a female out of her name. Just like a woman shouldn't have the right to call a man out of his name. But when you put this in the culture and this is acceptable behavior, this is what you get.
I don't want to because you are a young African American mother and you my sister, bitch. But you supposed to be worried about my safety too.
Of the young Republicans got caught in text messages calling black people watermelon-loving, welfare-receiving, chicken-licking, jungle-swinging jigaboos. Across 20,000 text messages from chapter officers, it looked like they were going for the high score of slurs. But folks are actually surprised that they talked about putting people in gas chambers, that they used slang invented by a black person to describe their love for slavery, and that women in the chat joke about assaulting their political enemies. But black folk warned you that these people were playing white supremacist Wordle already. Now everyone's putting out statements saying the words of those young Republicans do not align with our values. But if they said the same stuff on a podcast, you'd give them a job they weren't qualified for and a commemorative statue. When you see somebody talking like Frieza guest starring on South Park, check up. Because if you think it's just a meme and not racism, you probably agree with them. The leaders of the Young Republic.
Okay, I agree with every single thing that our brother is sitting here saying. I agree with that, you know what I'm saying? But I have to really, really think, you know what I'm saying? I have to really, really think about America. And as much as racism in this country, as much as white people sit up there and say, oh, we hate black people, do you know how many times white people have had a chance to destroy us? Either, and this is why we as a people, we are always be in trouble with America. Okay, now, we know the real God. We are children of the real God. And you have America on one end that wants to play God throughout the world. So we as black people, we always be in trouble with America. Let's put that on the table right now. Jehoshaphat, why we will always be in the trouble with America? Because black people, we are God's chosen people out of all people. We don't acknowledge ourselves as a God because we're not God. We believe in the real God. There is a real God. You know what I'm saying? And we believe in him. And not only do we believe in him, we are his children. And the country we live in wants to play God and dictator and emperor and king throughout the face of the earth, throughout all the four corners of the earth. So we as black people, we'll always be in trouble in this country because we believe in the real God and America wants to be God. Okay, flip it. If America really didn't want black people here, all it would have to do, and it didn't have thousands of times, you know what I'm saying, to try to do this to us. All you have to, okay, let's go back. Maybe I'm stepping over my own shoes. A war in ancient times, the kingdom, whatever the kingdom, whoever was fighting, you know what I'm saying, whoever the hell was fighting, the victor would take the women and the children as spoils of war. That's one aspect. Okay, sometimes they would just kill everybody. They would kill all the women, all the men, all the children. Okay, that's on the table. We up over here in America. If they really didn't want any black people to be here, all they would have to do is attack us, black male. That's all they have to do. You know what I'm saying? Take out every single black male that is in America, and there will never be a full-blooded black man in America anymore. You know what I'm saying? Do you know they know that? All the generations of people who come up after they have eradicated all of us, they would only be a portion, and that same portion would be diluted over a period of time. This is why I say we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? If America wanted to destroy us, it would have destroyed us a long time ago. There would not be pure black people the way that we're pure black people here in America. I don't think that our God would allow such a tragedy, so horrific in its nature, to befall our very heads. We'll always be here, you know what I'm saying? And we'll always be here and we'll always be black. Look at all the attacks that's been done over us. If there was a real agenda, remember, I think like Paul Mooney, what Paul Mooney said, I read the White Book and us escaping wasn't in that damn book. So it goes back to what I'm saying. If they really wanted us, if they really didn't like black people, as much as the white folks sit up there and they say, oh, we hate black people. We don't want to support black people. We don't want to eat with black people. We don't want to be on buses with black people. We don't want black people at our schools. We don't want black people in our neighborhoods. We don't want black people on our jobs. We don't want to see black people on the TV. We don't want to see black people in the news. We don't want to see black people in the movies. We don't want to see black people going swimming. We don't want to see black people at the beaches. If it was that damn important for my people not to be here, they would have attacked every male and eradicated us, and we wouldn't be here. We still here. We still strong, and we still black. Our God ain't gonna let nobody annihilate our people, for we are the apple of God's eyes. spiritually, God will have everything descend upon America before he let us be destroyed. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? We here, we been here, we still black, we ain't going nowhere. They can say whatever the hell they wanted to, you know what I'm saying? But if it was really, they really want to go to war with us like that, in that fashion, I do not think our God will allow that. We're still here, we're still strong, and we still